Today we're going to talk about Elixery Cosmetics, and we're going to have them at Chicago Vegan Test Kitchen's Vegan Paradise event at the plant on October the 4th. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, stick around. A couple things to get out of the way first is if you've watched previous videos, you know the lighting battle, and I apologize for that. I'm not going to talk about it anymore today, but obviously I've moved rooms again and some local shout outs. Today I am wearing my Made by Julio bison fetish. His name is Buck. And then I realized that I had these Edgewater candles up here. These are really old Edgewater candles. I need to get some new ones, but they've got lots of really amazing scents, really interesting scents. And they're soy candles and they burn super, super, super long. So the point of, shouting out to some of the other local Chicago vendors here is, I built the business so much on market events, and so I got to know a lot of the other vendors, and it's always fun to see them, and it's always exciting to see the new products that they come out with, and a lot of their craft has just brought me happiness. So because we're not really getting that this year, we're a little bit more removed. I just want to still reach out, and I encourage you to check them out as well. Julio does a lot of this. Actually, my original chain, I had a tragedy with it, so this is just on another chain. But he does some really amazing pieces too, especially with copper work. So anyway, Elixery, let's talk about Elixery. So Elixery is an all vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free line of cosmetics, specifically lipsticks and rollerball perfumes, based out of Minneapolis. And we'll talk about Minneapolis a little bit too, because this is something I was thinking about the other day. So in these videos, I'm just going to kind of go on tangents, as you may have seen, just so you get a little bit more idea of the thought process behind the creation of the business. So Minneapolis, I went to visit in very blizzardy end of February of 2019. And I actually shot some video at Elixery and at some of the other makers. The one on Red Lake Nation Foods, which is way up north, is on the YouTube channel. So you can check that out. But the Elixery one, I never got up and got posted. So maybe since I'm doing these videos now, I'll get around to it. Hopefully I will. Hopefully I'll get to it this week before the market, because it's really cool to see the inside of their laboratory, which is actually the original General Mills facility, and it is right where Cheerios were invented. So it's a pretty cool space. And the founder of Elixery is a chemist by trade, and she was concerned with the amount of toxins that are in commercially available cosmetics, and also that sourcing practices were not sustainable and ethical oftentimes. So she sought out to stringently source ingredients that are okay for our skin because all the little pores of our skin, obviously ingest what is on them, and it can get into your bloodstream, and it can affect you over time. So the only thing that I would say, ingredients in Elixery that some people have questioned, and you're always welcome. It's quite a complex mix of ingredients, but they're listed on the website, and you're more than welcome to check them out. The only thing that I've ever seen anybody say, I can't do that, is that there's some mica pigment in there. So if you're allergic to mica, that could be a concern. But otherwise they're very mild. They hold very well, because she's got that chemist background. She's got a really solid hand on formulation. I've looked at very, very many vegan products specifically, even some that are in our larger big box retailers now that are starting to pop up. I'm glad that they're there. But after seeing Elixery, their weaknesses are more evident. So in fact, I had asked Caroline when I was there, everybody's asking about a mascara. I need a mascara, which is also cruelty-free and vegan and as good as these lipsticks. And she said, well, I get a lot of requests for that as well. but I can't do it. There's nothing that you can put on your eyelashes that is going to hold and do what you want it to do, that is something that you really should have near your eye, and that, you know, your skin is basically absorbing there. And in fact, she doesn't wear mascara herself. So sometimes you get an answer when you ask a question that is not the answer that you wanted. The answer that I wanted was that, like, yeah, it's going to come out in like a month. But it was the right answer because I trust the brand all that much more. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't wear it herself. And I'm sure that if it becomes possible, if the formula is like suddenly discovered, it's going to come out and it's going to be right. But I know that, yeah, I can trust this product, I can trust the quality of it, and I can trust what's behind it. Again, the sourcing from the raw materials on is fair labor and sustainable, mostly organic ingredients, natural ingredients, yeah, all vegan and only tested on people. No animal testing at any level. So anyway, normally at the markets, of course, you're able to use the testers. Some people like to put them on their hands, some people like to put them on their lips. The rollerball perfumes, walk around with it for a while. Okay, we can't do that right now because of COVID. We're not gonna do that right now. So what I've come up with, trying to come up with a somewhat sustainable solution, is that I've cut out these little paper, they're actually from our packing paper that we have, so we're repurposing things. This is packing paper that came in at least 6 months ago, so that's something else. I always kind of like air out the incoming packing for a long time. So when I reuse it again for shipping or for any other purposes, it hasn't been handled for a good long time. So we've cut these into little strips, and we can use them either to, you know, just like at the mall, and you can smell the tester, you can walk around with it, you can waft it around and see what you think and come back to the booth. And then same thing, we can mark up a strip with some colors of lipstick, and you can walk around with that, and you can do this, and you can do this. So it's not perfect, and I know it's a little bit different than when it's directly on your skin, but you can get a pretty good idea from this. And so this is what we've come up with, and this is what I'll be doing at Vegan Paradise event. Otherwise, I try to get you some pretty good images on the website, try to make it as clear as possible and authentic to the actual colors. And in this video, I've got some friends who have posted on social media when they've used the Elixery lipsticks. And so I'll throw some of those images up again so you can see them in action on people. The Karma I've been using a lot over the last few months. Obviously, we don't wear a lot of lipstick, you know, I almost always wear lip balm underneath my masks. Just lip balm all day long. But when you have a Zoom meeting or you're doing a video or something like that, the Karma is just something that doesn't really look too much like lipsticks. It just kind of evens out my natural tone. It's just a nude. I guess specifically it's a nude on a pale person. But it's something that just like kind of is a little bit of polish. You just feel like you have something on, but it doesn't look like overdone. So that is the Karma. And I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of hold them up because I think you're getting a pretty accurate take on the actual color up there if I put it right up close. And they have this like very like kind of art, is it Art Deco or Art Nouveau? I forget. Packaging is, it's really pretty. And these go for $22 a piece, which is really fair, actually. It's more than if you're buying a Maybelline, but it's way less than I think if you're buying an Estee Lauder. And again, the practices of this company are, you know, far superior, far more ethical than those of some of those larger companies, right? So this is the Ingenue, which is like a coral color. And you'll see some of them have just a little glint. And it's not really for sparkle, but more for depth. The Ingenue is really sweet on, and to me, this one is kind of a vintagey color. It's kind of like a 1940s kind of pop. I love this one. It's like a really happy, cheerful color. Bittersweet. So this is a really popular autumn color. Yeah, I don't know if this one's showing up as well on here because it looks a little bit more pinkish reddish than it actually is. It's got a little bit more autumn, this like spice, brownish rust tone, a little golden hue to it. But it's an easy neutral kind of grounding color. The next one here is Tempest. Tempest is super popular. It's a good neutral, but it's got a little bit of mauve in it. Again, I think it looks a little bit more pinkish on the camera here. I would say it's more mauve-y. And I've got an image of somebody wearing this too, so I will post this up. Raw sugar. Okay, so this one's kind of like I call it a little disco pop. It's just like a little wash. And it's kind of a little champagne-y wash, a little glint. So you can actually put it, you know, if you just want like a shimmer nude, this will work. And this will work on any skin tone because of that. But also it works on top of another color. You can apply it and just add a little shimmer on top of whatever base you've got going on. So that's a really cool shade to work with too. Love Potion here. So this is this deep, beautiful purple, which is great this time of year. This one has quite a little fan following. It's not this purple. When it's on, it starts to pull a little bit more magenta, a little bit of depth to it. So I say this one, you know, like if you're looking for a plummy purple lipstick, it's not costumey. It still looks really pretty. It doesn't look like you've got purple paint on your lips. So this is Love Potion, and yeah, I think I can post with somebody wearing this as well. Yep, Serendipity. Serendipity is very similar to Tempest, but where Tempest is a little bit more mauve, Serendipity is a little bit more blush, but just a little bit. And again, I think it comes up more pink in the camera here than what I see in person. But this is a great neutral. Nevermore is perfect red shade. And I should also have a photo of somebody wearing this as well. But this is a red. If you're looking for a red that complements pretty much any skin tone, again, it has a little depth in it, not just a flat painted on red, but it works really well. And these hold really well too, again, and if you reapply them, they don't get that like funky gunkiness to them. So if you're drinking a lot and you're eating a lot and you know you wear it off, you can reapply it and it won't get cakey on you. So that's another awesome thing about these formulas. And this is Lakshmi, which is this hot pink, electric fuchsia, statement color. And Masquerade, which is a cool berry with a little bit of purple shimmer in it. This one is a great color for like power polish. I say, like, if you want like a pop color that is like, I mean business, this is a good one. So those are the colors that we have currently on hand, and I will say this, like everything, it's been a slow year, so I don't have an excess of stock in anything, and I'm a little slower to get more in, for many reasons. Okay, the logistics this year are just wonky. So if you go to the website and you know that you like a color and you see it there, I would recommend that you order it there and grab it and have it for you at the event if you're coming to the event, or there's other ways to get it, of course, on the shipping page too. But if you don't know the colors and you want to try it out, I'll have several of these at least at the market. Whatever doesn't sell out in the pre-sale, I'll have at the market, and you can see them in person. And you'll also be able to see the tester colors, at least in person. So even if I don't have it in stock, I can let you know when I get it back in stock again. So there's an opportunity to do that, which we don't have a lot of opportunities to see the products in person this year. And then the rollerball perfumes are really cool. It's like this perfect little back pocket size. This one here is Nectar, which is this really fresh, peachy smell. And again, the bottles are really pretty. And they come in these boxes like this, again, cruelty-free, vegan, gluten-free. These are going for $20. And I've got that Nectar. We've got a Bulgarian rose, we've got a white amber, and we've got 1,000 flowers. And they're all pretty much like what they sound like. 1,000 flowers is a powerful floral fragrance. But again, at the market, we can put them on one of these if you want to smell them. Again, I don't have too many of those. We're also stocking those at Tarnish at 1948 West Chicago Avenue right now. So you can check out our mini shop there and find them. But I might pull them all for the event. So they'll be available, I'll say, until Friday of next week. I think that is all I'm going to say on this one. And these videos are running plenty long, I know. So thank you for joining, and coming up tomorrow we'll have the last of the 3 products that we're bringing to the Chicago Vegan Test Kitchen's Vegan Paradise event on October the 4th. Thank you.